These road conditions are pretty darn bad, actually, aren't they? But, I mean, I can drive it. But I was already 5 minutes late for church when I left home. Silly Nancy. It's been plowed. It's definitely accident kind of conditions out here. See the building out there on the lake? That's an ice fishing hut. So it's snowing. We're supposed to get 2 to 4 inches today. Bill showed up just as I was realizing I needed to go to church and I should stop writing in my Hand Feeding the Birds book. I was updating it because I fed all those chickadees in my hand for 15 minutes yesterday, and I fed the downy woodpecker last week or the week before. And then I was writing it all down in this book. It's a Hand Feeding the Birds book with a log at the back. So I want to feed the downy woodpecker, the downy again, but also the nuthatch. There's a nuthatch, there's 2 nuthatches. They like to go over to the suet. I guess it's no longer frozen. I got the car washed the other day, and when you get the car washed, the windows get frozen shut, and the doors get frozen shut too. You have to get out there and open them at some point, but I don't think I ever opened any of the doors or windows. So it's snowing. Just comes down really fine. It's -16. As good as trucks are, you know, I think of trucks, you know, I mean, people buy trucks because they're going to be really good and grip really well and they can go through deep snow and they'll always have access. So most of the men out here have a truck. The women drive the cars. Sometimes the women drive the trucks, but generally, if there's a truck, it's being driven by the man. So this is a snowplow on this side. I want him to go first. It's a truck with a snowplow mounted on the front. Anyway, however, as good as these pickup trucks are, they're not perfect. You know, that's what ran into me. I was driving a school bus, and I was going around an S-curve, and the straight part at the end of the S-curve, there's a pickup truck in it, and he was going too fast for the conditions, and it was a little bit slippery. I didn't dare do anything except go straight and stay on the road because it was too slippery. But he couldn't stop. He couldn't make it around the curve, and so he slammed into me. Head-on collision. It was a little bit off-center. Anyway, the bus burned. I quit my job driving a school bus. The whole year, you know, from September to May, you've only got 2 months on either end of the year where there's no snow. There's no possibility of snow, generally. So, but you may have as much as 4 months with no snow, but the rest of the time you got snow. So why would you want to do that? And you have to, your license is in jeopardy if you disobey any rules, if you forget to stop at the train tracks, you know. You run the risk, if you don't do all the checks and everything, you could lose your own driver's license or get points off on your own license, which is just not worth it. Or if you haven't kept up your records well enough, the MTO can charge you $200 fine. Like, this is just not worth it. Not for $10 an hour. There, that's my little rant. I wonder if you're still there. Look, you are. This is the open area. The wind whistles through here. So the roads are generally have a bit of snow on them. There's a danger when you're driving in the snow that you'll hit a snowbank, a snowdrift over the road. And that will mess you up, especially if you hit it with one wheel. Generally, I would not come to church on a day like this. I would say, no, I'm not going anywhere. But church is good for me. Very good for me. It's good to be out of my house, be with people. Alrighty then, that's it. Goodbye. You can do this at home if you live in the north. See you later.